Hi, students. Welcome to Module 3 overview. So we're going to be looking at pregnancy, birth, and newborn this week. Um, Main points are you need to be reading Chapter 3 of your textbook. There is an additional reading, but I would focus on that textbook first. This just gives you a little bit, this additional reading just gives you a little more depth into that parent-child relationship and how attachment develops and works. Um, there's an overview of pregnancy lecture, and then there's these really cool YouTube videos on the development of a baby all the way from fertilization to birth. Okay. So, the assignments this week, you're going to read your textbook, review the lectures, complete your uh, quiz, quiz for Module 3. Then you also have a case study assignment. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in just a minute, and your discussion board this week, okay? Um, so for the case study, let me just go here, go down here. Here we are, Module 3. Okay. I just want to show you this case study example paper. So it's going to be a 5 to 7 page paper that you'll be writing. I know that sounds intimidating right now, guys, but believe me, the way it's broken up, it will be fairly straightforward and simple. Make sure you have a title page. Then you're going to have these different sections. Section 1, you're just going to do sort of an overview of the case study. So this is like, imagine if you were just talking to a friend or a coworker about this case. You would just kind of say who these people are, and what are some of the major problems or issues that they're dealing with. Okay. Um, then you will write a biophysical analysis. So this is just going over what are the physical aspects that are happening right now, like how many weeks pregnant is the person, what's the medical history look like for the mother, sort of what are some of her physical symptoms that are going on right now, and then also, well, you're going to do a similar thing for the father, and the the prenatal screenings, um, and sort of the prenatal care that's happening for the baby. Okay. Um, then sorry, excuse me, you'll do a physiological analysis, or sorry, psychological analysis, which is looking at the mental health aspects of the mother and the father, and maybe some of the developmental aspects for the child. Okay. Um, You're going to be doing a social analysis. Okay, this is looking at um, what are some of the social aspects that the mother is experiencing, that the father is experiencing, the baby, and also what are the supports or non-supports that are happening from the family. Okay. And then you're going to do a strengths assessment. And I want this section to be just bullet pointed, just looking at what are the resources, strengths, and protective factors for the mother, for the father, and then also for the baby. And then we're going to look at the family unit as a whole. Um, and then you'll just do sort of your conclusion. This is about 2 paragraphs of just what your overall thoughts are and sort of recommendations for the parents. You're going to have 3 recommendation resources that you'll come up with. So these are like connecting them with agencies, um, and you want to make sure that you include the title of the agency, the address of the agency, the phone number, and the website, and then just a small rationale of like how this is going to be helpful for this person. Okay. So just make sure that you're having 3 of those resources. And then finally, you'll have a reference page. Um, I'm going to do a short video separate from this one that goes over kind of like reference tips, how to do it a little bit easier, quicker, so that it doesn't become a big daunting task for you. So make sure you watch that as well. Okay. Um, so yeah, so let's see. Okay. So with just make sure that you're reading through this case study assessment instructions. Okay. We've outlined very specifically what each section needs to include. So basically, when you're writing it, just follow these bullet points. Make sure you're answering these bullet points. Um, and the case study itself is right up here. You're going to click on that, and it is going to just go over sort of this would be as if a social worker sat down and did a biocycle social intake appointment with this couple, and gathering information about what the mother is experiencing, what she's going through, what the father has experienced, what he's going through. It's going to assess for substance use, mental health history, law enforcement, um, again, previous parenting experience, coping skills, support systems, stressors and concerns. Think about like, what does finances look like, job, housing, that sort of thing. Um, and then uh, again, you're just going to have sort of information from almost every aspect of their life to draw from and to answer the questions or to make sure you hit all those bullet points that are part of the assignment. Okay. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Um, please let me know. Well, please let me know if you guys have any questions or concerns. Um, I don't want you to struggle through this assignment alone. So if you are having a problem, please reach out to the Writing Center at Slick. They are amazing and fantastic. Um, Also, if you have questions or concerns for me, please reach out to me. Um, I don't want you to be using AI on this assignment as far as like, you know, don't copy and paste from AI, okay? Um, the main thing is I want you to be able to do this assignment and learn really how to start making these assessments and working with real life clients, right? Um, because this is something that you will need to know as you work with people out in the world, right? Um, so I'm not looking for perfection. I am looking though to see if you really are digging in, if you're really doing the work and trying to figure this out. Um, so yes, good luck with everything. Like I said, please feel free to reach out to me if you're struggling or having any issues with this assignment. I'm more than happy to talk, and just make sure that you're able to complete it. Okay. All right. Have a wonderful week. Take care, and I'll talk to you next week.